Are you familiar with the phrase, the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer? What do you think causes this? Habits. Welcome to Fun Financial Insights. On this channel, our goal is to make sure everything related to finance and wealth creation is entertaining and easy for you to understand. I mentioned habits as a major difference between the rich and the poor. Yes, that's the things that they do all the time. Today, we'll be looking at the strategies and the things to do to go from poor to rich in about 6 months. Before we go ahead, let's look at some bad habits that keep poor people poor. Why? Well, to get to somewhere, you need to understand where you are so you can chart the best way forward. Habits begin to form from the choices we make, and a lot of the choices we make are driven by our mindsets. So while people see the outcome in their finances, when they are in the red, the truth is the problem is beyond the surface, the wrong mindset. Some of the beliefs that poor people have that keep them poor include the scarcity mindset and the immediate gratification. Let me explain. When you have a scarcity mindset, your decisions are directly or indirectly always driven by the belief that there isn't enough. For example, when you are to decide if you should start a side business or develop yourself for better opportunities, a scarcity mindset will make you focused on unavailable resources instead of asking yourself what you need to do to get what you want. Bad choices. There are a lot of choices that add up to keeping poor people poor. First up, overspending. It's easy to fall into the trap of buying things we don't need with money we don't have. But guess what? The designer handbag won't pay the bills. Then there's the lack of savings. Emergency fund, retirement savings. Who needs those, right? Wrong. Without a safety net, you're just one unexpected expense away from financial disaster. Now that we know a little bit about what keeps poor people poor, we're going to explore 5 strategies that someone like Warren Buffett used to go from poor to rich, and that you can use too, no matter what your current income or net worth is. These strategies are based on Buffett's techniques, which he has shared to his annual letters to shareholders, his interviews, his books, and his speeches. These are not get-rich-quick schemes or gimmicks, but proven principles that have worked for Buffett and many others who have followed his example. Warren Buffett is the CEO and chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, a conglomerate that owns dozens of businesses and has a market value of over $600 billion. He is also one of the most generous philanthropists in the world, having pledged to give away most of his fortune to charitable causes. I will use these 5 strategies to explain how he achieved such an incredible level of wealth and influence. Number 1, invest in yourself. Number 2, start with the fundamentals. Number 3, budget consistently. Number 4, choose frugality. And 5, focus on simplicity. I will explain these strategies so that you can learn from his example and apply them to your own financial decisions. But before we go on, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. You can find more videos like this coming to you every week. Strategy number 1, invest in yourself. Buffett once said, the most important investment you can make is in yourself. He also said, ultimately, there's one investment that supersedes all others. Invest in yourself. Nobody can take away what you've got in yourself, and everybody has potential they haven't used yet. This means improving your skills, your knowledge, and your mindset so that you can increase your earning potential and your value to others. Buffett himself is a lifelong learner who consistently seeks to expand his horizons and his understanding of the world. He reads a lot, spending about 80% of his day reading books, newspapers, magazines, reports, and anything else that can enrich his mind. He once said, read 500 pages like this every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. All of you can do it, but I guarantee not many of you will do it. Next, let's talk about the second strategy that Buffett used to go from poor to rich, the fundamentals. You follow a simple and consistent approach to investing and to avoid chasing trends or fads that may not last or may not work for you. Buffett is known for once saying, there are only 2 rules of investing. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Buffett follows the principles of value investing, which he learned from his mentor, Benjamin Graham. Value investing involves buying stocks that are undervalued by the market, meaning that they are trading at a price lower than their intrinsic value. The intrinsic value is the true worth of a company based on its assets, earnings, growth, and competitive advantage. If you want to be a value investor like Buffett, you need to look for companies that have strong fundamentals, such as consistent profitability, low debt, high return on equity, and durable competitive advantage. You should also look for companies that have a margin of safety, meaning that they are selling at a significant discount to their intrinsic value, which reduces your risk of losing money and increases the potential for profit. Strategy number 3, budget consistently. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. If you can't control your emotions, you can't control your money. To budget consistently, you must plan and track your income and expenses, and making sure that you spend less than you earn. It is also important that you pay yourself first by setting aside a portion of your income for savings and investing before you spend on anything else. This way, you can build your wealth and avoid unnecessary expenses. So how can you budget consistently? Well, there are many ways, such as using the 50-30-20 rule, which divides your income into 3 categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investing. You can also use the envelope system, which allocates a specific amount of cash for each expense category and puts it in an envelope. You can also use budgeting apps. The thing is, whatever you want to budget, there is probably a way to budget it consistently. And the best part is, you don't have to be stressed or overwhelmed by your finances. You just have to be organized, disciplined, and proactive about your budgeting. Strategy number 4, choose frugality. Warren Buffett is known for his frugal lifestyle. Despite his massive wealth, he still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. He drives a modest car, eats at McDonald's, and uses coupons. You see, if you buy things you don't need, you will soon sell things you need. Like Buffett, your goal is not to make people envious. Don't confuse the cost of living with the standard of living. You should not care about impressing others or keeping up with the Joneses. Values quality over quantity and happiness over materialism. This way, you can save more and invest more and more. There are many ways, but what you need to do first is find ways to reduce your spending and increase your income so that you can save more and more. For example, if you want to save money on food, you can cook at home, pack your lunch, shop at discount stores, or use coupons. If you want to save money in transportation, you can use public transportation, carpool, bike, or walk. If you want to save money on entertainment, you can use free or low-cost options, such as streaming services, libraries, parks, or museums. You just have to be smart and creative on how you spend your money and what you value. And strategy number 5, focus on simplicity. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. The final strategy is to focus on simplicity. This means investing in businesses that you understand, that have a competitive advantage, and that have strong management, and that are undervalued. Some of the ways you can focus on simplicity while investing are doing your research, diversifying your portfolio, and reinvesting your dividends. While you are practicing these, find businesses that you believe in, that have a proven track record, and that are selling for less than they are worth. Wow, what a journey we've had today. We learned some amazing tips and strategies from Warren Buffett on how to go from poor to rich in about 6 months. I hope you found this episode of Fun Financial Insights useful and entertaining. If you did, please show your support by leaving a comment below and sharing what your favorite strategy is. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications bell to get notified of our future videos, so you don't miss out on any of our fun and insightful content on topics related to money, investing, and personal finance. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.